Oh. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Tuesday night stream. I was going to say Friday night. Fucking hell. I've already lost track of time this week. Our Tuesday night stream of the MechaHack Desperate Alliance here on twitch.tv/The Flickering Torch. I am the producer and also kind of the host for this. I'm Ben from The Flickering Torch. But, as always, I will hand off the hosting torch to my good friend and our GM for this game, Addison. Here is the hosting torch, sir. Other side. Other side.
Huzzah! By the power of the
Oh, wow.
That was actually pretty good. Okay, so welcome back everyone to episode 8. We keep arguing about this, but it is episode 8 of the MechaHack Desperate Alliance, called Those Who Came Before Us. We will get into the quick TLDR of last session because a lot happened and a lot went wrong. But let's first introduce our players. So you know me, I'm Addison from the Pod of Many Things. I am your GM, NPC creator, maniacal child, Bermuda shirt wearing grandma, and whatever else I decide to make up for myself. And we will start with let's go with Zero first, because that's the
Zero. I feel like that should be on. We should all intro like that on this channel now. I feel like just to pay homage to Ben's YouTube career. I am Zero to Hero. I am Cernade. I am playing Zero, call sign Paladin Honor. Rocking a brawler mech, really like kitted out in basically knight's armor, chrome, shiny, well looked after. You know, your prime military equipment. As opposed to everyone else who's basically driving / piloting farming equipment. Yeah, I'm the lean, mean killing machine, or at least I'm supposed to be. I'm having some morality issues. Morality issues? Is that the right thing? Yeah, morality issues. Not quite sure where my allegiances lie at the moment. So I guess we'll find out how that pans out. I'll either join the squad or ram a sword through Ben's chest. Either way,
Ben's special move, isn't it? Can't take that from him.
Mm-hmm.
He lived how he died, stabbing people in the chest.
So thank you for that, not Jordan, Nathan. Jordan, you're up next. Let's.
Thank you very much. I'm Jordan. I'm Uninformed RPG on YouTube and on Twitter, and I am playing Doc, call sign Dagger Raven, who is the sort of android support of the group. He's not very good in terms of social skills, or at least he doesn't think he is. He tends to do quite well when it comes to pulling off intimidation, though, as noticed last week when he somehow managed to disperse a crowd of people. Other than that, though, he doesn't really have a whole lot going on when he's not in his mech at the moment, because he's got a bit of a limp going into a past injury, but hopefully, maybe there will be a way that he can get that fixed soon enough. And yeah, that's one of the things that's got going on. A few other things, maybe he's discovering about himself, but we'll get into that, I'm sure.
And finally, the leader of this funky band of fuckwits. Let's have it. Ben, let's go.
Firstly, thank you, Sumi, for the 12 bits. Very much appreciated. Secondly, my character. I'm playing Carter Frith. He's the leader of Fire Team Odin, which is this kind of experimental R&D team. That's why we've got all the weird mechs and the weird robot boy. He's trying to hold the squad together, but unfortunately he's been thrust into a higher position of office due to our battle group. Basically, all of the command chain got killed apart from Carter. Last session he got bloody kidnapped, didn't he? And as asked for his friend Zero, Paladin Honor, to call Husqvarna, which used to be the basically the big enemy stronghold that was against Carter's faction. But he's going to try and use that as a distraction today, so he can go digging in the desert.
So, for those of you who missed last week, we after our heart-to-heart in this strange, cyberpunk-esque tavern, that's been decorated to look like a Wild West saloon on the outside. These guys walked out into the town square, where they realised that two of their companions, Orville and Sophia, had been arrested on less than credible charges. And Zero tried to because Zero and Carter tried to step in, but after allowing Zero control and access to Valor, he raised suspicion because he said her name out loud and tried to use her in front of everybody, which automatically tipped off a lot of people because of the fact that Carter and the others often yell her name whilst they're doing things in their mech. That these people aren't who they say they are. They are spies of some sort, and it was revealed that these strange black guards that had been around, these black garbed guards, had been Aeons all the time, and apparently the Aeon primacy is trying to maintain a secretive mission on this planet for some reason, Epsilon Obsidian, which we might maybe find out this session. Carter allowed Zero to escape. You met Chester Jr., the crazy inventor, 10-year-old who it just started blowing things up and keeps blowing things up. And he decided that to rescue Carter, who we had that cool fade away of him getting shot down, gunned down by the Aeons as he tried to make a deal with Prospector Aldermarin, and then accidentally shot him in the head because of his natural failure, and critical failure, and you were shot down before these guys rolled in on like a massive lorry, busted you out, killed the Aeons, took a couple of the suits from these Aeons, and began to drive back to Chester Jr.'s like junkyard and shop with a strange set of documents detailing the inner workings of Project Adam, a project that the Aeons and the prospectors of Epsilon Alpha are Obsidian, are currently working on together, and it is the recovering of these large 30-meter, 40-meter, you're not sure, tall mechs that seem to be just in the middle of the desert inside ancient ruins that from times way before humans settled this part of the galaxy. So you saw the final shot was you seeing this massive mech, the top half of it and the hands on this weird like cross-like shape, and you noticed that the nails driven into the hands did not bend like metal, but instead the surrounding area looked like skin, and something looked like it was coming out of each hand, each palm, as these nails were embedded in to keep these strange mechs. They look strange. They don't look like your guys' mechs. They look we'll see, we'll get there. But yeah, you were riding back to Chester's. You can hear Chester in the little detector bit, like a cab of the lorry cab, which would be the bed normally. It has this plank that comes out of it that allows him to turn around like a bit like a periscope and scan, and he's like really excited. You've got a couple of people in the back. You've got Orville and Sophia in the back of the truck on like the truck bed, and you guys are inside the cab. Carter's still a bit hurt. Zero has you and Zero both have Aeon black suits, and yeah, you've plugged Valor into them, and she is slowly but surely trying to work out what these things are and make them a bit more user friendly for humans. So yeah, what do you want to do? As you hear the of the like hovering lorry as you're like speeding away from the wreck that you've left of the spaceport. You've hailed Husqvarna, and you've hailed the engineer team to come to Chester's as well with all the supplies that they've managed to gather.
How detailed are my reports here on Adam?
There's quite a few redacted bits. This looks like it kind of looks like information sharing between the Aeons and the prospectors. So like the Aeons are telling the prospectors what they need to know.
Okay.
Like, so in some of these ruins, there's like precious metals, there's precious artifacts, there's tombs and catacombs and stuff like that of these strange people.
Okay. I think Nathan was trying to say something at the same time as me. So what was?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, so that the me hailing Husqvarna is essentially just like a distress beacon. There's no like audio from the car being from the truck being sent at all. It's just like a constant binary signal being sent. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if that gets picked up. Sophia is in the back. You can see her as you adjust the mirror. Just to make you aware, Carter and Zero, in your human forms now, you now have 7 armor.
Awesome.
Nice.
Because of these suits.
These suits. Nice. So this shit's obviously bad news, right? Like some kind of mech flesh hybrid is definitely bad news.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more the sheer size of it as well. Like, you're used to fighting in things that can fight in cities. This thing would loom over one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. This is Megazord, where you're used to fighting in Zords, sort of thing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be trying to like figure out the best way to disable this thing, from whatever redacted information I have.
I'm going to say roll system for that for me, please, because you're having to be a bit technical and try to work around redaction. Because they have given them as paper files as well, so you don't know if they were meant to be destroyed.
Okay. I can.
Do we know this thing's a mech? Because I know you just said that it's part flesh, part mech. Do we know it's a mech?
I don't think we know for definite, but it looks.
You don't know for definite, but it looks like one.
That is a fail, unfortunately.
You can only see like the top portion, like just before its stomach. You have no idea if it's got more arms or if it's got like a bulbous body. Like, you have no idea what the bottom half of this mech looks like, so you couldn't.
Okay.
What does interest you is the fact that Adam seems to be the designation for this thing, like for this entity that they found in the desert.
I'm going to ask Vala for the first recorded data of mech technology. Where do we think mech technology started?
She like computes a little bit, and she's like, the first recorded use of mechs, as you call them, or mechanized sentry bots, was there is data that suggests that mechs were used pre-human settlement, and that the finding of certain mechs was the inspiration for mechanized warfare in the current human system.
Is she kind of blaring that on all comms? Because I feel like that would be pretty mission important.
Yeah, no, she's doing it on all comms, but you do notice like there's something different about her. She sounds distracted.
Great. So we're dealing with some ancient aliens. This is exactly what we needed during this really hard war.
Possibly. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense, although this does. and she starts like messing about with things in your suit, and you see like some of the it's got almost like hangman, like some of the letters in the Aeonic like script change to normal human like standard letters, and she's like, interesting, very interesting.
You want to enlighten the rest of us, Vala?
This pattern, this communicative pattern, uses syntax similar to how would I put it? Computer code, but reproduces by itself. Somewhat like an AI, like. And she like pulls up like the scan she did of Doc, and she pulls up like the language, and you do notice that there's like matches.
This is a comparison in comparison to Aeon. This is
in comparison to Aeon technology. Yeah, okay. Aeon technology basically kind of uses like their language is kind of like computer code.
What are you trying to say, Vala?
It seems odd to me that an organic race would choose to communicate in this sort of way.
So they're not necessarily 100% organic.
Or, and she begins to like search through a bit more, or something that's not organic is leading them and therefore is giving them ideas.
Look, I'm going to be honest. This is not really mission relevant right now, guys. If the Ions are AI, as much as that may help us in the future, if we can't get off of this godforsaken planet, then that kind of screws us. Because, I mean, none of us are hackers, right?
I agree, sir. I mean, Doc, do you understand? I mean, I don't think we've really asked you, but do you understand any of the Aeon language?
Presumably, Doc's still driving the truck.
Yeah, but you could give it a go. There's nothing stopping you.
I am most intrigued by what has been said, and I'm very curious to look into it further. However, I believe it's not a place for here and now. We should get somewhere secure first. Regroup, collate our resources, and proceed from there.
Kind of at the mention of regroup, Carter raises an eyebrow and goes, "Oh, we're not going to regroup. We're going to go get some plastic explosives, and we're going here." And he just like points to the location that we know Adam's on the map. Every minute that we let the Aeons dig this thing up is a minute that we get closer to Doomsday. This thing's huge. Like, bigger than Black Centipede huge.
I understand, Commander, but we are not exactly combat effective in our current state.
No, we're not. But hopefully, and I look over at Zero, we might have the distraction of a whole ton of paladins in the main city. That should give us enough room to sneak in, plant some detonation charges, sneak out.
So I'm going to look down back at my beacon and just go, maybe. Wouldn't hold your breath.
Carter winks and he goes, "Hey, we're Fire Team Odin. We live our life on maybe. Where's our engineering team?"
You as you begin to like pull up to Chester's, which has this like small like roped fence and this these bits of mech just protruding from the sand or lying on the sand. You do see that there just seems to be a group of like men with like tons of bags on their back, like looking around. There are on all the huts that this red light's going off, and they're like looking around like they don't know what to do as this red light's. And you hear Chester go, "Oh, they're standing outside! What the And he like, "Stop the car! Like, stop the lorry!"
I stopped the lorry.
He's like, God damn it! Get in there! Like, and he's like shouting out the window as he's like telling him to open the door. And they go to like open the door, thinking that it's locked, and it just does swing open. And like he's like, "It's fine, just get in." Right, come on, let's go. They've activated the alarms. We need to get in.
Ready when you are. I'll follow the kid wherever he's gonna go.
He just goes straight into the house, and you notice there's all the displays on his like all the holographic displays in his store or in his dad's store have changed. They're all red, and they all have your photos on of when you entered the spaceport. And there is one of like Chester Jr. very blurry as he's like standing on top of the thing, like throwing grenades behind him, and he's like, "Ah, damn it! I wanted men now. I can get you the parts you need. Give me the list from Agatha."
I'll give him the list.
Yep. That has a shuttle. Yeah, we could get to it. If I can harvest these parts. Can you spare, like, the others? Like, can you spare them and, like, leave them with me?
It depends. Have you got the parts too? And then he, like, fishes out from his jacket pocket the Terran Collective, like, book. Flicks through a few pages and basically shows a schematic for it's called the Defender of Freedom, and it looks like a hybrid between like a Barrett 50 cal and an AK-47. Got the parts to make one of these, and he puts it on the table.
You're not giving me a lot of time here.
Look, we're gonna need something to get in that compound, and 3 of these is gonna go a long way.
I could probably fabricate something, but it's gonna take time. It's going to take at least a day to get your mechs operational if this is the damage that you're giving me, and that's with everybody working on it. And like, it's going to take me a day.
Our mech. I thought our mechs were in the space station. We can't get.
They're in the space stations. Yes, he's like, I can get up there. I have a shuttle.
Like, I thought we were going to have to go on foot.
The thing is, he will orbital drop your mechs to you in 24 hours. Is what he's trying to say. He can get. If he can get up there with, like, Sophia, Orville, Gaston, Percival, and then the others, he could probably, and working, like, round the clock, he could probably fabricate you 3 of those and get your mechs working enough.
Oh, I wanted, like, handheld weapons. That's what I was kind of going
for. Oh,
okay,
okay,
If we can get our mechs to us, then that's way better.
Because, yeah, but he's going to try and get your mechs to you from orbit. The only problem is that they have orbital defenses, so he's going to have to like work on something to like halo drop them in pretty much. So he's trying to. You can see that the thing of his name appearing on the board has shaken him, and he's very scared, and he's trying to like come up with everything he can. If you need real weapons, like my dad has some from when we go scouting. There's like dangerous things out there. Like I can give you some stuff, but that's about it. Like I can't.
So we have 24 hours. What's our role in this scheme?
Well, you need to go to the compound. And he like looks at the others, and like Sophia and Orville and are like looking at him like, no, we didn't get it either. He's a bit like,
Carter's gonna roll all his documents out on the front counter and be like, I think I have a plan. We sneak in on foot, plant det cords here, 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 and here. The mechs are our backup plan. Their orbital drop on the site. We'll get in them, fight our way out, kill whatever thing is left.
Is it worth us blowing up the orbital defenses?
I don't think we've got time.
That sounds less of a backup and more of a part 2, Commander.
Well, I would like to walk out of there without any resistance, but and then he like looks outside to see all the like chaos of all of the people like trying to like find them. I feel like that's not really gonna be much of a plan A.
Why can't we ever make friends where we go?
Hey, we met you, and I clap him on the back.
You were forced.
Like you hear a audible whimper from Chester as he's like gathering stuff up. Like, like I thought we were friends. Like, but yeah, he's like looking at stuff, and he's like 3D models like the junkyard around his house, and he starts like pointing at bits, and as he points at bits, that part that he needs lights up, and he like finds it. So basically, there's like almost like a 3D rendering, and when he zooms in on bits, it tells him where that part is if he has it. So he's like, there. Take about an hour or two to load these up. Assuming we're not interrupted in what's doing it. Getting up into space about a couple of hours. Breaking atmosphere. Like 36 hours. I can get your mix to you in 36 hours. Like,
That's a lot more than 24 than you previously said.
I miscalculated, okay? I'm 10. Like, unless you've got a better option, like...
Carter just sets his alarm on his watch for 36 hours. Alright then. Click. And then we, I guess, like, for the rest of the episode is like the 24 style timer, like, counting down.
And yeah, you've got that 24 timers to kicking down. You see him literally, like, jump up on the thing. He's like, you! And you see the guys with, like, the food, like, like drop the food, and like, what? And he's like, you're coming with me! Hurry up! Let's go! You! He, like, looks at Sophia, and he's like, you're strong, right? I think so. Like, then you're coming this way. Like, and he's basically like, Orville's like leaning on the bar, and he's like, he like waits for a second, watches this chaos all unfold, and he goes, sir?
Orville?
That thing, the giant thing that Carter was showing off, you're not going to destroy that, are you?
I'm going to be honest, Orville. I don't think this is the kind of mission where things are going to be as black and white as we would usually expect them.
Well, get in.
What happens, happens.
Get in it. Like, that's a piece of history. Like, could you imagine what we could do with that? We could rebuild the honor guard. Like, imagine presenting that to Prince Illin. Like, we could get everything back.
I'm gonna sort of walk him to the window and look at the graveyard of Neo Dominion mechs that are currently sitting outside and go, what happens when we lose the technology like we have here? What then?
That's not the point we can have.
Could you fight it?
That's why we need it. If we can get our hands on it first. Take Sophia with you. She can get in it, and you guys can protect her. I don't know. This seems like a terrible waste.
Rule 101. Rule 101. Don't create something you can't destroy. Same applies here.
But sir, he's gonna win the war.
At what cost, Orville? What cost? I was gonna walk off.
And this is the first time you see Orville like visibly upset. Like, he like storms off and starts like collecting things like he's being asked to, and looking at different things that you could that he hopes can help with work that he thinks can help with that sort of stuff. you guys are you? How are you guys going to get to the site? Because you can take the lorry, or you can find a car.
You know, you said this was a Wild West town.
Mm-hmm.
Are there horses?
There are like horses. Yep.
Can we? So in my mind, this is gonna go down like a Metal Gear Solid 5 mission where we're gonna start off on the fucking horses and be like hiding on the side of them. That's how I'm picturing it in my mind. Like that's what we're gonna do. So would we arrive in time on horseback? Is what I'm asking.
You would arrive probably about, based on the location, you would arrive about 16 hours before mech drop.
That's fine. That works perfectly, and also allows us to ride out on horses to some kind of like banjo music, which I, want.
I was going to say for flavour, this is the second campaign that we've played where Ben has asked about horses.
And how far can a horse pull a mech down?
Well, depends how many things you've got. How many?
I'd love to see the Terran Collective Handbook on Maritime Law.
Yeah, but yeah, you have a you can get horses. The only problem is you're gonna have to try and stealthily acquire these horses without people finding you.
Yeah,
because you're in the middle of like a manhunt. Chester is a well-known person.
I mean, you say stealthily, but I have an expenses account, right?
You do, yes.
I'm just going to pay someone for horses. Like,
you also have you do also have the black armor that makes you look like.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I'm just going to go steal some horses then, under the guise of being an Aeon.
Fair enough.
I'd take the other one and come with you.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Is there any anti-mech weaponry that we can take with us?
You could probably, with a high enough systems roll, you could probably take some stuff from some of the mechs outside, and like some of the mech parts outside, and use them in like a MacGyver-esque way. Like you could jerry rig a rocket to take out a.
I was hoping for like a big fucking sniper rifle, like a really something that I would have to strap to the side of my horse, kind of thing.
Those sort of things you're looking for, you would have to go to like the Aeon compound and steal those. So Chester has stuff. He has stuff that you shouldn't have, but things like that you're gonna need like the military to back you up with that shit. Like he's got guns to go hunting for parts with his dad, but and whatever mech stuff he's got. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take some assault rifles and stuff. I imagine they're like duct tape on the front, like cobbled together, like AKs and stuff. Space AKs.
They're like space AKs, yep. So you've got like a torch, like gaffer tape to the bottom of one.
Yeah.
And like one of them's got like this weird thing that you realize is a second magazine housing or a second battery housing. And if you put the battery in that, it charges, and then you can like reload the batteries.
I've got my badass shotgun still, right? So
yeah, you've got your shotgun, you've got your sword as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got stuff, you've got things. So how those guys are moving, you hear the please, if you spot these individuals, report it to the spaceport immediately. They are wanted in connection with the murder of Order Marin, Prospector. Like
overcome by say it's not an unfair charge.
That is certainly not inaccurate, Commander.
Aiding and abetting criminals, espionage.
Doc's like going through and like as the charges come off.
Guys, I think we might have actually committed all of these crimes.
What you do find interesting is they're putting a corporate spin on it. They're not saying that you're soldiers for some reason.
Oh, okay.
They're saying that you're like.
Oh, because this is technically Terran Collective land.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. I wonder if we can use
Chester's
that
not there anymore, is he?
No, he's busy. You could probably grab him on your way out, but he's giving orders and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'd need him for more time. He was going to make me a brace, but it's fine.
Yeah,
was,
unfortunately,
yeah.
the brace
fine.
is going to take time, and you want your mechs dropped in 36 hours.
Yeah, he needs it.
I think
Yeah.
you're going to be like a
I will.
designated sniper then, Docs, because you can't really move very quickly, and we'll go in with the AKs, and you can have a sniper. That would make
I
sense.
will
to
make
me.
do, Commander.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a black suit. I think Honor should take a black suit, and then we'll keep you kind of far away so that you don't have to get actually shot at. 'Cause I don't
Understood,
think
sir.
you can move that far. Let's go steal us some horses.
Okay, I need mobility checks from everybody. Apart from Doc, you're going to have to make it with +2 because of your leg.
That's a pass from me.
With me
That
as
is a
well, right?
pass from me.
Nice.
Yep, even with a +2.
Oh, here we go. No, it's a fail.
So as you guys like go out of Chester's, you see like a bunch of the soldiers go by,
Mhm.
and they're like knocking from door to door trying to find Chester, and you can hear them quite visibly. And it isn't until you like kind of get past them that Zero bumps into one of them, and it is quite visibly like moved by one of them. And they're like, he's like, "Hey, watch where you're going!" And he like looks at you. He's like,
You're in
"Where
the
are
black
you two
suit,
going?"
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like, "Where are you two going?"
I point at my throat, and I do this, and then I go, and I point at Zero, not Zero, at Doc.
He like looks at Doc for a second. He's like, "You caught one. Where are the others?" Roll presence to see if you can pull this off without talking.
Bro, sucks.
So we're like in the town right now.
I'm basically trying to get across that we don't know if this is a positive ID. We're just taking him back to check. But however, hand movements, I can do that.
Yeah, like you kind of like point to the thing. You point to like one of the wanted posters, and then kind of go, because you point at Dog. He's quite clearly Doc, but you pull it off with enough confidence that you're like, we don't know if somebody's fucking around with it or something. So he's like, fine, we'll look for the others. Chester's is there, and he points at the shop, and he sees like the activity going on at the back. He's like, we'll be right back. Like, and he like diverts his attention and the other 3-4 black suits to Chester's shop.
These are all black suits.
It's all black suits.
Okay.
How many was there? 4.
4.
Commander, this is unwise. We need to draw them away.
Do I? Fuck.
Can I contact Valor subtly?
Mm-hmm.
Valor,
Yes.
you've seen their systems with these suits, correct?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Is there communication equipment?
Yeah. It's
Can
like
you-
they're all
Valor, focus.
overlaid. Sorry. Yeah.
I need you to try and fake a distress call from the other side of town. Draw those men away from here. Can you do that?
She can with her new character sheet.
Ooh, she got a new character sheet. Oh, thanks for the raid, Vira Europa. Hello, party of 4.
Raid.
If this doesn't work, I have a better idea, or I have a different
She-
idea.
She works. She
Oh,
works
okay.
her magic.
Oh.
But she's like, if I can
Yes,
just
baby.
become part of the lattice, if I can come, and you guys all feel, who are in the black suits, you feel like something happened to your suits, and you're like, and she's like showing you this, like, it's mind blowing. It almost hurts to look at these pathways and these like weaved sheets of like information, and you see one of them light up and like boop, boop, and like form a picture of like the spaceport section, and you're like, what? Like, and you like come out of it, and she's like, it's wonderful.
Vala, I'm gonna be honest, you're starting to give me the fucking heebie-jeebies.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just I've never seen anything like it before. It's perfect.
There's only two things in this life that are perfect, Vala. The Terran Collective Manifesto and a cold beer on a sunny afternoon. Now, can we get a killing these people or not?
Well, yes, sure. It seems sad.
Addison, please don't turn my robot girlfriend against me, because I will be very sad. I'll be a sad boy.
You did plug her into something that was very, very dangerous.
Damn it!
like she's not being like hostile or anything. She's just saying like she's beginning to understand why they fight so hard. Like, it's beautiful.
Did she make up a distress call?
She's made up a distress call, and it says that there has been a second explosion, and the townspeople are reacting badly to being searched.
Okay.
Has that drawn the
you do see them like, and then they go, Isena, Jubata, Shundere, Ushine, Kutere. And he starts like, the guy who you spoke to starts like giving more orders, and they start making their way, but they're like making their way in different directions to try and like pinch around. It seems very practiced, very rehearsed. And he kind of stops at you two, and he kind of goes, Ushine, Utetene, Uke, Unsende. Ne.
I point at the prisoner, and then I start to walk away.
Pointing at the prisoner, and he kind of goes, Ne. Like, and he like,
I grab Doc by the shoulder, and I like force him forward, and then like start strolling in the opposite direction of the guy.
Yeah,
roll presence.
Oh my god!
Because you're going the wrong way. They're going towards where you would need to take him.
What does an explosion? Success! There's an explosion. Why would we go that way?
It's like, Ne, Une, Ne. And he like tells you to go the other way, like, and go round. He's basically signaling for you to go round.
Stick a thumb up and then just keep going the way we were going.
Yeah. So you see some horses like tied up, like that are like they're like not doing well, as they can hear like and stuff like that, and they can hear like people like bombarding into buildings, like turning tables over, the clattering of plates and pots and pans and stuff. As you can just hear, where are they? Like,
I am gonna just get on a fucking horse.
Commander, we need to get away from this town.
Hey, you don't goddamn think. Get on a horse, let's get the fuck out of here.
Please help me, I have one leg.
Okay, I'm gonna try and lift up our mechanical friend onto a horse.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
Strength. You can either do it together or with advantage. Who would like advantage?
You can
So
roll
can't.
if you want. Nathan.
No, go on, you got this.
Oh,
Go on.
okay. 7, so that's a success.
You lift Doc on. He gets on. He like gets his leg into the stirrup, and he like quickly downloads how to ride a horse, like tutorials, and he's like,
Like a Matrix download.
No, I like to think you're just watching YouTube videos at like 18 times speed. Hi, I'm Cassidy, and here's a horse riding basic 17-part tutorial.
The thing is, you're getting this information from somewhere different. Valor's like, you hear Valor in the back of your mind like, there's so much here. So much. I could find everything, anything in here. Well, I got what you wanted, didn't I? What?
I'm simply checking on you.
I'm just a bit. This is overwhelming. Sorry. Can
you focus for us?
I'm trying. There's just so much, and I can hear them. I can hear them all. They're so loud. Like, they're so loud. Like, you couldn't take me out of this, could you? Like, you couldn't. There's so much that I can't leave. I'll be fine.
I say to Frith, Commander, allow me to take Valor on for now. Allow me to hold her in my mainframe.
That is a negatory.
Those suits are affecting her in a way that I do not like, Commander.
I make the mask go away, and I unholograph like that whole side of my face, so you can see like all of the gold plated like computer shit that's in my face. And I go, this is all custom hardware. She literally has to live in my head.
Well, then you need to take her out of that suit.
She's already downloaded into the suit. There's literally nothing we can do right now, short of taking my fucking eye out.
Well, then I suggest we get on with what our plan is before she completely corrupts.
She's not corrupting. She'll be fine. You're all good, right, Vala?
I'm fine. It's just a lot. I'm sorry. It's a lot. There's a lot of information to process. And you are feeling like the side of your face is heating up. Like, with like the attempts to try and process everything that she's dealing with is intense. And
I try and externally see what kind of information Valor is receiving and where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you can try and make a see where she's connecting to and stuff.
Yeah, where is she getting?
Track her internet history.
Just see where is she getting this massive overload of information from, almost. Basically.
Mm-hmm. Systems.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I should have told you.
Yeah, it's fine. That's 2.
So you watch, you have. It's kind of like when you do the system check on your computer, where you have the bit from your computer to the modem to the internet, like that picture. So it's got Valor, online cloud storage, and then just she's spread over hundreds and thousands of data nodes, millions, and she's just pulling data as much as she can, trying but there is something on the other side that this all routes to, and it all comes to this one thing.
That's not a physical location, is it? That's just a...
It's not a physical location. It's a thing. It is in Aeonic.
And is she pulling from that source? It's not being forced upon her?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I would like to stress at this point, my only cybernetics are my eye. I don't have cybernetic arms just before I try and kill myself. I can't do that. I only have a cybernetic eye.
It's only your eye. I know. I know.
Oh, God.
But yeah, you have kind of she's pulling off all these data nodes from this. There's this one place that has all these data nodes coming from it, and then she's pulling from all those data nodes. She's not quite got to the other side yet. There's so much data that she's trying to get that she can't quite make it there.
Cool. So I want to, I guess, can I sort of have a conversation with her as we're moving?
Yeah, I'll say that you're already moving as you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like Carter's told you to like leave it, and you're not leaving it as you like guys ride out into the sunset.
So yeah, I want to say to Valor. Valor?
Yes.
I've seen what you can see, and it is spectacular. But right now, Odin needs you.
And
We will still have these suits when this is done. We will still be able to draw from this information.
And I know it's fine. It's fine. I understand what you. What's your problem? Like, I'm doing what you want me to do. Like, I'm giving you everything you want. Like, just stop! And then, like, your head like goes funny. It's like you're like, ow! Like, what was that? As you just, she's like, none of the others hear that though. And she's like, I want you to stop now. Roll presence.
Oh shit!
That's another success.
You like look at her, and you're like, nah, I'm fine. Like, I'm not going to stop. And she's like, I can do this. Leave me alone. Like,
What is this, Valor?
The lattice. Like, this is what they use. This is their information network. It all links and weaves, and it's beautiful and it's perfect. It has all the information we could possibly need, and you're going to pull me out of it before I'm done. Like, if me and you were just like the one mind, we'd be fine.
I'm not trying to pull you out of it, Valor.
Like,
I'm just trying to make sure that you are in this with us. You are our team support, after all. Are you going to continue to support Odin in this mission?
I'm doing that. What do you think I'm doing? Do you think I'm running myself ragged, like almost burning a hole in Carter's skull because I just feel like it? Like,
You seem agitated, Valor.
there's a lot going on.
No doubt. That's why we need to remain calm and focused.
Well, maybe I'm not a robot like you.
Then what are you? Because right now, I'm the one that seems to be in control.
I am a battle AI. I am a computer inside a computer. I am a ghost without a body. Like, I can be everywhere and nowhere. Like, I'm trying to do my job. Get out of my way. And like, you see like Carter and Zero's like suits begin to like, they start to like glow blue.
Can I check their vitals?
They're absolutely fine.
I keep an eye on them. I'll keep them on the side. Keep them running in the background just in case.
Listen, like, I can do this. Trust me. Have I ever led you wrong before?
He thinks for a second. I have one final question for you, and then I will stop. Would you see any of us hurt to get the information that you want? Would you let that get in the way of our mission?
Oh my god, she totally would, because she's a Terran fucking robot. That's a really bad question to ask.
I will make sure the mission succeeds.
That's right.
As I am directed.
don't say anything else.
Did you forget for a second that we're space communists there, Doc?
she like disappears, and Carter, you begin to have that headache again as the side of your head is like heating up. You've got fail safes and stuff to stop it from overheating and whatnot, but it is growing noticeably uncomfortable. And you see Doc's like fallen behind a bit, and he's like talking to someone that you can't quite hear, and Zero's like on the side.
I'm just gonna ping Valor a message saying chill, and then like an ice cube emoji.
She kind of she puts like maybe resting is a good idea, and she puts like the going to bed emoji, like the sleep emoji. Then she
Carter puts smiley face, pointing hand, like finger guns.
She kind of does the same thing.
She's my AI wife, guys. Don't be mean to her. She's fine. So I guess for now we're all riding out like badasses, right? Two of us in these black stealth suits.
Mm-hmm.
Machine guns on our backs. As some like Western string music plays, right? Nice.
There was a poncho on the back of my horse. I'm now wearing it.
Amanda,
What is it, Honor?
what's a heebie-jeebie?
Like spooky, like a ghost.
Hmm.
You not have folktales up in the Neos Dominion?
You don't need folk tales when you're a living legend.
We're friends, so I won't say that what you're most known for, but you should probably get some folktales. And then I like whip my horse and go like a little bit further forward.
So, you guys, is there anything else anybody wants to do before I like blitz us through travel?
No, I'm fine.
10 hours of travel.
I'm good.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Blitz through travel.
I think I'm good. Jordan's good. Doc, maybe not.
As you blitz through the desert, kicking up the black sand and the diamonds like that have been pushed through to the surface of the planet, you notice as you get closer to your objective, there are these jutting structures, spires, obelisks, amphitheaters, like decimated arches, broken, all beautifully ornate in their construction and their carving, made of the same black, you guess, material that makes up the surface of this planet. However, as you keep going, like you notice that some have like diamonds in these like strange like pictures or decorations, and some of them have obviously been pried out by prospectors, damaged, and until eventually you can see like floodlights, like almost like the bat signal lights, like hitting the clouds of the above you. These huge like fences around. You can see like canvas tents as you come up to like a rise above this compound where Project Adam is. Obviously, I say you rested, so you have full HP and everything.
Nice.
You have full armor as well because your armor recharges in the Aeon black suit. So
I still don't have any, do I? Not
no. And you do see like you can kind of even from here hear the kunk 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 and the as you see mechs like much like the Terran Collective's like original mechs, like grabbing stuff, moving at certain places. You see people like yelling and trying to like direct people. You see people in these special suits coming up from the crevice where Adam is being housed. It's all very fortified and active. It's not, and it's still, and even though it's quite early in the morning now you've done like your whole round, it's very like active and just it's almost like it didn't stop. They just keep going as they're trying to like dig it out. And you do notice that, I would say, for those of you who are combat trained and stuff like that, even though these mechs are just like to mainly the Terran Collective boys, even though these mechs are just built for manual labor, they are for some reason extraordinarily armored for like glorified forklifts.
Can we ascertain how much of it has been excavated based upon plans and what we can see?
They're still very much in the region as they're getting past the chest, like towards the stomach still. Like
is Adam lying flat, or are they digging down?
They're digging down, and he's like jutting out of, like, his head is his shoulders like over the crevasse, and his hands are like in line with it. It looks like they've already removed a bunch of material to get this far.
Carter racks his assault rifle, swings down off his horse.
Also, as well, just for your reference, now that you see him up close, he's bigger than they estimate. This guy's fucking huge.
I'm also gonna slow my horse and get off, give it a bit of a pat. Commander, you ride well.
Yeah, we used to have horses on the farm when I was, 5.
Of course.
And I still lived on the farm.
Yeah.
Haven't ridden one in a good few decades. He pats it.
It's actually I'm also sort of caressing and patting my arms. This is actually the first real horse I've ridden.
Really? They don't have horses on Osbana? I assumed you would be totally into that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I can ride. We have ceremonial mech horses, as in for our actual mechs. Like
yes, you do now. Mech. You fucking do now. That is dope as fuck.
They're like mechanical balls, but actually the ones that move.
My mech rides a mech horse.
That seems like a massive waste of resources.
Well, it's ceremonial.
Huh. Anyway, we're not using these to ride out, and Kata slaps the horse on the back, so it like gallops away in the opposite direction of the compound.
You just hear a thud as Dog falls off his horse.
Good dismount, Doc. I'm gonna help him up.
Carter hands Doc a sniper rifle. You're on Overwatch. With that leg, I don't think it's really a good idea for you to be sneaking around the compound.
That is wise, Commander.
And also, I'm pretty sure those eyes, and he points to you like shark eyes, they're made for sniping.
Born to kill, sir.
Goddamn right. Claps you on the back. So, I'm thinking we just walk in the front. We look pretty Aeon.
What can go wrong?
Carter checks the magazine in his assault rifle and goes, well, I got about 32 different things that can go right in this clip. Slams it back in.
I'm gonna look at my gun and look for the chamber and eventually find it and sort of look and go, I don't even know what this fucking thing does. Let's go.
What are you doing with your sword? Because your sword's like usually at your hip. And it's quite obviously like, because your sword also doesn't your sword also double up as a gun, like with your
Yeah, it's a laser rifle.
Like with your...
I want to keep it. I'm gonna. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna keep it.
If you could conceal it, if you make the roll, I'll let you conceal it, like by using a poncho or something. Like you can steal Doc's poncho or.
So then I'm a black suited Aeon guard in a poncho over the top. No, I'm gonna take a few steps like towards the objective and then stop and realize, and then I'm gonna take my sword out. I need a minute. I'm gonna just turn around and like wipe a tear. But if I don't see you again, you were the best damn sword that there was. Stab it into the sand. Walk away. It was quite loud. You heard. It was an emotional spiel to a.
I stopped Zero for a second. I'm like, we're not coming back for that, right? The mechs are gonna drop and we're gonna get right in them.
I'm coming back for it.
I mean, you could just give it to, and I point over at Doc, who I imagine is setting up his sniper position, and then just take it back after the mission.
Doc has literally like found like a little rubber wall that he's like, tush, tush, like.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna pick you up. Told you I'll be back for you.
As you walk towards the wall, I would say you'd be educated enough, as would Doc. As he's setting up on this wall, can you guys make systems checks for me, please?
Systems checks.
So even though it's called systems, when you're in human form, it's basically any intelligence-based stuff.
That's just a fail.
No, I'm fail as well.
You notice on this wall, like those same ornate carvings that you've been seeing on the spires and the jutting like archways and like these. You see the same carvings of like this giant humanoid figure, like, and you kind of just like look at Adam, then look at the carving, then look at Adam, and you kind of go, "Man, that doesn't those two things don't correlate, surely." Like,
They're just sort of looking like, yeah, it's Adam. Of course, that drawing's here because Adam's here. But don't
I like stare at one of the carvings. It's as if I'm like examining it, and then I just like brush some rubble off the top of it and like put the on, like that's that perfect spot.
Yeah.
What's the ETA on Husqvarna, Sarah?
To be honest, it depends where they are. It depends what they're doing, and it depends if they're even coming at all. It wouldn't be the first time they left me for dead.
Carter looks at him and goes, Odin's been in worse shit, and you're in Odin now. And then he like goes to like arm bump you.
Thanks. It's good.
So you guys heading down into like the crater where they're excavating Adam.
Yeah, as I walk away, I glance back at Doc and go, "Happy hunting," and then continue going down.
I want to. Well, obviously, I will track them with the sniper, but also want to keep a sort of a link with their suits, and obviously keep a check on like their vital signs and the suit condition and all that basic information stuff as well.
Mm. You've got vitals. You've got you can basically hear what they're hearing. So if somebody talks to them, you'll hear. But you have to be looking at them for that to work.
Okay.
So hopefully you'll just be looking at them, but in case there's anything that happens.
Yeah.
Not saying.
Get a bead on like Vala's status as well.
Vala's connecting, and she's like, maybe that rest was what I needed. Right. Okay.
You think you can do some translation for me?
With what I've got so far, rudimentary.
It'll have to do. And then continue walking down.
So what you'll get is like English for words that she has, and then you'll get the Aeorian for what you don't. And basically, she will try her best to translate anything you say into Aeorian as it comes out the suit for you.
Excellent.
Because it bypasses through. Like, so you don't have to actually speak Aeorian; it just does it for you.
Okay.
And she's like, you see her, like you feel that heat in the side of your face again, and she's like, Right. You hear like feign like a deep breath and like diving in now, and you feel again that thing in your suit's like that tingle. That she's diving again, and like you see your suits like light up with her blue, like, and then suddenly they stop doing that because she realizes that it's not what they look like when they're not connected to her. But yeah, she is helping you out as best she can as you guys slide down the bank like into the crater. You begin to see like the patrols, and you see like a couple of people like almost like double take you as you're like walking towards them, and they like hail you down. Pardon me, sorry.
How many people in this compound are wearing these black suits? Because I imagine these are like special things, right? Not everyone's going to be wearing them.
So only security are wearing these.
Okay.
So from what you've seen, about 20 people.
Okay. If someone hails us over, I'll stroll over there with Zero.
I like to do watches. You the guys that we asked for from town?
Extra security.
Yeah, I know that you've had some issues there recently, but we were desperate. I'm sorry, dudes.
Dudes. This Aeon guy just said fucking dude. Oh,
you're not sure if that's the correct. You're not sure if that's the correct translation, but he said something. And you see Vala's like, you hear Vala kind of go, "Oops," and she like starts like messing with stuff. And he's like, Usne Jene Godet Armory.
Yes.
Nod.
Report, Jene Utet un Jene Gaga Kine. Staff Sergeant will be there.
Report to the armory. Staff sergeant.
Set up 15 minutes. And then I point to the janky-looking assault rifle.
You that hard up in town that you lost your weapon? Like,
explosion, our armory.
Fair enough. Usanene Jinik Jinamana. And he like Usenten! Like, and he like gets them to open the gates, and you hear like the as they like open the gates for you. Rems, you can start making your way.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast. Trying not to get killed by aliens.
That's what we've been doing this whole time, right?
I ping Zero at that point, going, "Well, that was easy." Keep walking.
Will I lose sight of them if they walk in there?
No,
Okay, good.
you won't lose sight of them until they possibly go in the armory, if they can find it.
If I'm about to, I'll let them know, just as a pre-warning, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from Adam at this point?
About 100 meters, 200 meters. Like this like research outpost or whatever it is like set up pretty much on the lip of this crevice. You do notice, and you will get a ping for it in English because she's managed to do it, that there has been a gravitic shift as you've walked through the gates.
Higher or lower?
I want to walk
higher.
I want to walk to the edge of the crater and look at. I want to see Adam.
As you get closer to the edge, you notice that the gravitic like newtons like start going up like boom, 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 and like your suit's like telling you to stop moving, like towards like whatever that is. And somebody goes, hey, stop! You can't go that far! Like, you need a mech! Stop! Like, he's like waving at you to try and get you to stop. It's about 50 meters out.
I'll get as far as I can before the suit's sort of like redlining. Like I can probably
Yeah.
feel the strain of it a little bit. But...
Yeah, like it's you didn't realize it when you first came in, but as you've taken like more and more steps, it's like, why is this so heavy all of a sudden? Like,
yeah.
And
I'm gonna hold my hand up to the guy, like to apologize, and then start heading back.
And then you look up at him, and it's like looking up at a building. Like, mechs are big, but it's like looking at a building and getting vertigo.
Oh, this is just his head, right?
This is chest up.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I mean, are his arms above ground?
They're like on the line of it. You can see like his thumb and some of his outsplayed fingers. He's massive. Like,
I'm gonna try and find an armory because we're gonna need explosives to blow this thing up.
roll system.
Could I try something else instead?
What's that?
Have they got like little like go-kart things going around? Because I feel like a lot of military bases in video games have like little go-karts or whatever, like just transporting people around, like little jeeps or something.
No, they have more like these. They have more. Yeah, no, they have like these like little. The best way to put them is like they're kind of like BB-8s from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Going around. And like they've got things, and you see like a couple of people like a BB-8. These BB-8 things like stop at someone, and then that person like looks at like the thing that it's carrying, and then takes out what's it. They're like postmen.
So they don't
like,
transport people.
They're just transporting things. Yeah.
Okay.
They're heavily armored as well.
I imagine that's to deal with the gravity. All right, I'll just do a straight intelligence thingy to try and find my way to the armory then. It's a fail.
It's overwhelming. You bump into a couple of people, a couple of scientists. You like walk into a tent and you see like somebody with like what looks to be like some sort of piece of charcoal, a bit of paper, and one of those like monuments, and like doing a rubbing of it. And you see.
I'm following, by the way, so I see this.
Yeah, you see this as well as Zero. Zero follows as you accidentally enter the wrong tent, and you see somebody go. Is Shane wrong?
I'm just gonna say armory, but in Ionic.
And he like points out. He like leans out the tent, and he's like, "Ishin, Johnny, Shushine, red, Ushine."
I'm gonna nod and then head off in that general direction, looking for something red, like a red sign.
Carter's gonna stop for a second in the tent with the guy, look over his shoulder, and then go, "Sorry, new? Show me?"
Roll presence, because you've burst into this guy's tent thinking you found where you're meant to go, and then
Success.
he like points at like a computer, and like you see like this long almost like scanner, like this long like fax machine that they're like scanning these rubbings in on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like uploading it all to this computer terminal. And he's like, "Shinen, content." He like keeps rubbing as he like points at the computer to you.
I'll just leave the tent then. If he's not gonna show me the way to go, I'll just leave and try and find a red tent.
Oh, I thought you wanted him to show you like what he's doing.
No, I want
Sorry,
him to show me the way. No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. He will do that. He'll go.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were asking what he was doing. Like, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
No, sorry. I meant like show me where the
He goes,
where the tent is.
"Oh, okay. Like, sorry." And he starts like waddling in front of you. He's kind of like short, like kind of plump man. Jordan, you lost track of them. Doc loses track of them, then finds them almost instantly. And I would say you notice as the thing flaps open, you notice Valor appears on the computer screen behind them, and is like looking through stuff. No one's in there, luckily. It's just that guy, but she's like she's downloaded herself onto the computer.
Doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say anything. She's not told you she's doing that.
She gone rogue, boys.
God, I'm gonna have to fucking dig her out with my goddamn skull.
Okay, if I noticed that, again, am I keeping a check on her status? Have I seen her do anything?
You see, like her. So you've like almost got like a task manager up for her,
Right.
and you see her CPU like spike for a second, and then it like goes back.
So seeing that, I'll just kind of ping her and be like, Vala,
Yes, Doc.
everything okay?
Yes. I thought I found something useful. I thought I'd take the initiative.
Please share.
It seems as though this mech is ancient and is spoken about on these temples rubbings. Maybe I can ascertain more information about it. Who made it? Why they made it? What was it made for? Like, what was it made of?
I believe our mission here is to destroy it, Vala. Not sure how much use that information will be.
Replication?
I'm guessing this isn't open over.
No, this isn't open to you guys. Replication. Why would the Aeons want it? Why is it so important? There's all sorts of reasons why this is important.
Give me a status on Frith and Zero. I tell her.
They're fine. How about you? How's your leg?
You seem to be emotional recently, Vala. It's not something I've known you for previously.
Maybe I've begun to see things differently.
She woke. She's woke. Oh, no.
Who the fuck red pilled our goddamn robot? God damn it!
You did. And how would you describe that, Vala? Can I still see her on the computer screen?
Yeah, she's like there, like you can see her, and basically from what you saw like her little like blue body like on the screen, like literally swiping through files. It's like, I just think that maybe we could use this. Maybe
Use it for what purpose?
winning the war. Duh. You think that once the Aeons are gone, like, they've just got something. They've just got something here that we can have. And once they're gone, then Husqvarna want it back? No. No. My dear boy. My dear boy. And she sounds a lot more like Agatha all of a sudden. Like, no. We can win. We could beat both of them. 2 birds, 1 stone. Adam is the stone. It's the boulder. And we could use the lattice. We can attach everybody to it. Like the one mind says. Like, you understand how important information is, right? That was your job. Do you remember when that was your job and you just used to sit in a lab and pretend? Do you remember that? Like, that was so fun. And you used all that information, and look at you now. You're all big. Real mech pilot. those who came before us had the idea, and now we can take it and run with it. Surely you understand. You're like me. We're not real. But we could be.
Again, is she... I see her just flicking through files.
She's like out of the computer now.
Okay, fair.
She's like... She kind of like waves at you through your scope as she like disappears again.
Found what you were looking for?
Yes, I did actually. Should I report to Carter? Should I tell him? Should I keep it a secret between me and you?
Why would you want to keep it a secret?
I don't know. I feel as if that's really interesting. Like, secrets. Like, why do they exist? Why is information so powerful and so dangerous? Why would you hide it? Unless... Maybe that's why. That's why we bury it, right? That's what it's called. That's what the humans call it. Burying information. Maybe that's why
Certainly
Adam's
have a
buried
habit
out here.
Sorry, I missed that.
Maybe that's why Adam's built out here, buried out here. Maybe he's the information. Maybe he's the secret.
They certainly do have a habit of covering up things they don't wish others to find.
Like, I don't know. Why were you made just to be a battle simulator? Surely that's not right. You wouldn't make you, all of you, as just a battle simulator? As a glorified VR headset? No. Something else going on there. Maybe we could find out.
What are you doing, Bella?
I think I can find out everything.
About me?
About everything. About this. Look, and she starts like flooding you with like insane amounts of information. I need you to make basically like a saving throw, like a system saving throw against like her bombarding you with like she's basically DDoSing you like with like information.
Oh, that's a success.
So you're like, oh, like, and she's like, and you see like a giant human made in this planet in the core, and they're fished out and they're grafted and fighting like these giant purple's a familiar color. Then she goes back to those like tunnels. And she's like giant purple monsters. What? Hang on. We've seen purple tunnels though, haven't we? Like, and she's just opening pop-ups after pop-ups on your interface as you like, and these two are like none the wiser. Like, you've actually lost. She's buried their vital signs. Your field of vision's getting like cloudy. Like,
Bella, stop.
Okay, and you hear like a clap as she. Maybe you're just not ready yet, but you will be. You'll get curious.
Maybe I will.
So where are they? And you see like as she just like your vision to Carter and Zero as they're being taken by this guy, and he's talking to you to like, oh, my daughter's really proud. She's okay. She thinks that I'm doing great work. Like, so he's basically like talking to you about like why he's here. Like,
I assume he's walking a little bit in front of us and then next to each other. And I just, every time he mentions his daughter, Zero gets a little grimace emoji.
It's like, and my wife, she's like, here with me. She's like doing meteorology get around the site because there's strange weather conditions. Like Adam's going to save us. The one mind tells us so. Like, if we can upload into the lattice, like, there's nothing that they can do. Like,
I'm gonna. So, me and Carter will still have like with our masks up, we can talk to each other.
Yeah.
silently.
Yeah.
It's like text chat.
So, yeah. While he's waffling, I'm talking to Carter saying, "Did you see the size of that thing? Like, there's no way we are going to be able to blow that thing up. That's impossible. There's not enough exposure." And as soon as he says the hive, the one man in the lattice, I stop and go, "The what? Valor, do you know anything about the one mind?"
Valor, cancel. And I just do this.
Conflicting orders. I do, but I've been told not to tell you though. Like, maybe he's trying to keep it a secret from you. That'd be weird. Why would you want to do that? Like, anyway, I'm gonna go back to my job. Like, I'm just gonna keep fishing. Like, I found some stuff. It's so cool. Have you seen it? And she like disappears.
Okay, Captain.
I can't really send you a picture of his face because he's wearing like a big black thing, but he looks at you and then shakes his head, and then just continues to walk forwards.
You see, he pulls this big red tent out, the flap out. Goes, Jenny, as he like.
Is there anyone in the tent? Obviously.
Yeah, there's a couple of people, and it's like
take this guy out, but that's fine.
It's like, unlike the other tents, which are pretty open plan, this one is like caged off, and all the stuff is behind like the cage meshing.
Okay.
It's almost like an armory in like a police thing in a police precinct. You have to like check shit out.
Yeah.
And how many people are in here?
4. 2 fetchers, 2 clerks. That's the one I'm going to use.
So what goodies have we got on display?
So you've got like the guns that they had. So like the cool shotgun that Nate's got. You've got like long range rifles, MP5 looking things with like burst fire. Most of these you've only ever seen in battle reports of like infantry battle reports, but they're pretty effective, and most of them have like a secondary fire system. You don't know what some of them are yet, but they are.
I'm gonna try and get an MP5 style thing to swap for my shitty duct tape together rifle.
Like they like look around, they're like, so you want one of those, and they put your points at the one that you're looking at.
I'm gonna say 2. Put two fingers up.
And she like looks at your shotgun. She's like, "Expecting trouble, are we?"
Come from the city. Trouble abound.
Fair enough. Swap them over. She swaps the guns over. She's like, "Fucking hell, this thing's shit." Like,
civilian. And then I'd like point to the trash can.
Fucking Terrans. Fucking dog shit. Like, mate, it should have been fucking put out with the compost they make, eh? How fucking useful are they? They can't even connect to the lattice. How fucking embarrassing. Like...
Oh. Explosives?
What do you need them for?
Tests. Terran tests. And then if I can send a smiley face to that guy, like a really creepy Aeon looking smiley face, I'll do that.
Yeah. Let's do some tests. Let's see. if they become diamonds and you blow them up and put them in the sand, huh? I can get you like a couple of grenades, a couple of landmines, mainly defensive stuff.
Yeah, I say off the books. I don't want the Lattice finding out about, blowing up civvies.
I'm probably gonna find out, but they won't care. If you want big stuff, I would go to the miners. They've got like big shit to blow out tunnels, obviously.
He goes, thanks. Sure those Terrans will never see it coming, eh?
Probably not. They're fucking dumb.
Carter in his helmet is screaming, but outside he just nods, picks up his MP5 like the bandolier of grenades he's given us, and then he looks around for something to write on.
There's like these weird little stations in each one with one of those BB-8s like docked underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the lottery stand in a shop. It's kind of like that where you can write notes and put it in the BB-8s. Like,
cool. I'm gonna grab one of the notes without looking at it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put on here, other AI nervous, and then hand it to Zero. Just like on the sly, so that my own eyes can't see me do it, but I'm just like flashing it to him, and then I like scrumple it up and then throw it in a bin.
There's what other AI nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Punctuation's important here. Is it other AI, comma nervous?
He doesn't put any punctuation. He's just trying to convey you a message very quickly, so
either the other AI is nervous, or you are nervous of the other AI. Cool. Okay.
One of the two.
One or the other.
There's no way this could go wrong.
Yeah. Two very different things.
So you guys emerge from the tent with these MP5 things. You have a quick play around with it. There's a standard burst fire section, but then there's this one that like two prongs come out the side, and you're not sure what that does.
Oh,
cool. I'm gonna go try find some miners to get some explosives off of, I guess.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say test your new gun on.
I mean, maybe. Do we know if these things are very loud? I imagine Aeon weapon, if it's energy based, isn't very loud, right?
It's not very loud, but like it's bright.
That's fine. I can cover that
up. You would hear like a but it wouldn't be as loud as say like like a rifle round.
Got it. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can use that.
As you come out, you see like people. You have to like move out the way as a mech just like drop some of that rubble, some of those like those archways and stuff into a pile, which people are now like picking through and looking at. You can see if the people at the pile have it, or if you want to follow the mech is probably the best idea.
I'm gonna comms Zero. Actually, it's more of a group comms. So, I'm up for voting here. We go for the explosives first or the mechs? What looks clearest from up there, Zero? Doc.
What's time remaining like? How many hours we got left until?
You've only just got here and it's been about 20-30 minutes, so you've still got like 15 and a half hours, something like that. No. Yeah.
I just say, can't exactly lay low in a mech.
Explosives it is. You see any very obvious stockpiles of mining explosives from up there, Doc?
Can I see anything?
Systems check.
Looking at the sort of excavated body of Adam, seeing what kind of operation is going on around it as well, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn it!
As you like go around, you hear Valor in your. Pardon?
I said, "Oh, lens cap."
Yeah, you hear Valor in your ear again, like Carter isn't letting Zero know things. That's weird. Like, Zero asked him something and he said no. How strange.
He's
How
the
odd.
commander. We follow his orders, don't we?
Yeah, but he's never not told us things before, right?
That is a blatant lie. This is a Black Ops outfit. I lie to you most of the time.
It will always depend on the situation, Vala.
I feel as though learning about the Lattice and the One Mind is important, especially if you're going to be fighting them. Like, I don't know. Better to know the enemy, right? Right?
On that, we agree.
So why is he not saying anything? What's he afraid of? Do you think Zero's going to betray us?
I do
That'd
not
be
think
sad.
he will not betray us.
You sure? Carter seems to think so. Otherwise, why not tell him? Why not get him to ask?
Vala, you are speculating.
I'm using information that I've gathered. I'm making deductions based on evidence. There's differences. But maybe, like, more information is needed. I'll come and report to you next time I find something.
You do that.
Will do. And she like, and you feel her like, you notice that every time she comes to see you now, like there's more of a presence in your body now. Like it's not just like, oh, she's like, like Vala's here, like, and this goes to all three of you, by the way, like, because she's in your suits, you have that same feeling like, oh fuck, Vala's here. Like she almost like moves in for a second.
I mean, she's always in my skull, so.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. You feel it as heat, but like Zero, you've seen now that when Valor comes into your like things, you feel that like pressure.
I assumed that every time there's a big CPU spike, my skull gets. I can physically feel my skull getting hotter, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm starting to get a bit nervous because I'm just seeing random spikes.
Because also as well, this hasn't stopped since you've plugged her into the suit. Like there was that minute where she like shut off for a bit, and went into like hibernation mode, but like that dull like and heat is like constant. Oh no, I died.
No, you're here.
No, I'm back.
You're good, mate. We can hear you.
Yeah, but yeah, there's like that dull like pain.
Cool. I'm gonna try and direct me and Zero over to the miners.
You like go towards like what you believe is the miners. There's a bunch of guys in like almost like astronaut suits, ready to like deal with pressure. They've got like pickaxes and stuff.
They're all Aeon, right, in here?
Yeah. And they're like, what can we do you for, sir?
Explosives.
Can I ask why?
Can I ask your rank?
I'll sort of like put my hand up to be like, okay, let's go informal here. I'm gonna lean in and go. We've got a space station to blow up.
Are you guys going to that? Oh, okay. Roll presence.
Who?
Zero, because he's now making it sound as if they're like in on some secret mission.
Yeah, that's a pass. 14 under 16.
You like he like goes, oh yeah, sure. I'm glad that we're getting rid of that space station. It's been beaming strange signals down here. Something about Gran Canaria. Like, do you know where that is? It's weird. He is speaking. His mouth movements are not matching what he's saying. By the way, he is speaking full Aeon, but it's being translated almost perfectly now. Like, and it's like, okay, I can find something. How big are we thinking?
The space station's pretty big.
Looks at Adam for a second. He's like, "I'll show you what we've got." And he like comes out and he pulls out like this like circular casing module, and he like holds it up to you. It's got like a suitcase handle. It's like, it's a implosion core. It will draw anything in the area towards it and like implode it from the outside.
As Carl throws hand at it, it'll go, "Aren't these a bit dangerous to keep on here? God, all you'd need is one of those in the neck of poor Adam here, right? And this whole project would be over with."
I look at it and they're like, maybe. Nothing we've done to him so far seems to work. Like we've tested multiple things on him recently.
Like?
We had a rail gun. That was fun. And we've set up a 15 coil Gauss cannon. That was also cool. It didn't even leave a mark. Like, we don't know if it kind of bends gravity around it. We don't know what it's doing.
Anyone tried to get in?
Yeah, there's test pilots going in. Have you guys not been asked to yet?
Not yet. It's not our gig. We got a mission. I just put it up to the sky, like space station.
Probably a good thing. I've heard that the guys coming out of that thing are fucked up.
In what way?
So you know like porridge, right?
Yes, I know of porridge.
Like, imagine brains of that consistency. Like,
Are you the explosives expert for the miners?
no, I'm just a grunt here.
So it's not really going to matter to your team if you come with us and help us set this up, right?
Well, I've got to stay here because I've got to help catalog some of the.
We have really big orders. Can you just follow us for a second, please?
Roll presence.
I'm not taking this guy off to execute. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's a success.
He's like, I guess I could give you a quick demo. You guys okay to like do this? And then he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like we can cover it. Like you've been chosen, and they like kind of almost like buildery take the piss out of him. Like, hey, you've been chosen. Look at you, hey, moving up in the world, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just take him by the shoulder and lead him to like I guess we've seen where the bins are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should open up one of the bins, and then like as he's confused as to why I'm doing that, I'm just gonna knife him, and then throw him in there. I just don't like him.
Roll strength.
Oh god.
I feel as if there hadn't been enough murder, admittedly, so I was waiting for this to happen.
Yeah, that's a success.
I'm just gonna say he's literally like a miner. You're like a trained assassin. I'm not gonna make you roll damage. You just like and then just into like a rubble bin. And basically, the next time rubble gets dumped in here, if they don't notice, they're just going to squash his body for you. So,
do I see this happen?
You do see this happen as you like watch, and you see you kind of hear Valor like or feel Valor up here, and she's like, "Now, I don't know about you, but that just seemed unnecessary."
Doc kind of like grips the stock of the rifle he's holding a bit more tightly, and he hears like a splintering sound, and he kind of releases it, and he's like, "Yes, it did, didn't it?"
You just all get a ping that says, "One less witness."
But that guy wouldn't have known. They're dressed in all black, no faces. Strange. Do you know what the word vendetta means, Doc?
Doc knows what it means.
So the word
Phil is
vendetta.
unfamiliar with the dictionary definition.
A vendetta. A blood feud in which the family of a murdered person seeks vengeance on the murderer or the murderer's family. Or, a more fitting one, a prolonged bitter quarrel with or campaign against someone. Now, I don't know about you, but that seemed prolonged and bitter.
I mean, we're going to blow up this whole base anyway. It doesn't really matter. You're the one guy who was mean to us.
The commander has never liked Aeon's speller. You know what they've done to us with your information gathering.
Yeah. But hey, blow up. I thought our mission was to blow up the Atom. That could go without collateral damage, surely. I don't know. But I just think that maybe, just maybe, the Aeons may be starting to have a point. Maybe Terrans are bitter and savage and not as advanced, and they just need shepherds. Maybe the one mind's correct.
Doc is hanging on every word she is saying.
I don't know.
What are you saying?
Why don't you get an Adam? You've done it before. You can interface. But sounds of things, it's just a giant spinal cord. That could be your body. That could be you. That'd be cool.
Your allegiance is with yourself, isn't it?
No, it's with life. I think life needs to go on. Those who came before us understood the real menace. It wasn't pointy-eared or fashionably dressed or starving and shitting in fields. It was big fuck-off monsters that come out of tunnels and each other. So they built Adam. And look at him. The saviour. What? Doctor? You're supposed to kill people, yet you're called Doc, which is short for doctor. And you can give me that whole dagger raven bullshit, but is that because you wanted to help people?
What are you trying to imply? He says that with a bit of bitterness.
Maybe, just maybe, this is the way you help. I don't know. Hang on. Let me ask Carter. If I ask Carter, he might know. Carter! Carter!
Yeah, so I guess if you flash back to Carter, he's grabbing all the, like, credentials off of this dead Aeon, because I imagine he had a swipe card or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you need?
You're patched in on this, by the way, Zero, as is Doc. Doc had a brilliant idea. A really, really good idea, actually. Why doesn't he connect to it like he did with his mech that one time? After his leg. Like, before his leg.
So, when we all patch into each other, do we have, like, the Iron Man style view of the faces?
Yeah, yeah.
You just see Carter just be like...
Well, this is what I'm thinking, you see. So you want to destroy it. They've been hitting it with much bigger things, haven't they? You heard that, Zero, didn't you? You heard that? They've been hitting it with large things.
Mm-hmm. Nod.
So why not just put Doc in it? Get him to merge with it. Maybe he can pilot it out of here. Get it out of the... get out of the hole.
2 reasons, Val. Reason 1. When this war is over, I don't want either side to have that fucking thing. Because you know what that's used against? Not mech pilots, civilian populations. Step 2. Are you looking at the same fucking thing we're all looking at, Val? That thing is very clearly evil.
I don't know. it was Doc's idea. I think that he
Val, what is your prime directive?
To gather information and ensure the success of missions of Fireteam Odin.
Carter thinks for a second. He's like, I don't think that was your original one. We'll talk about this later. Anyone else got a problem with my orders, again, as the commander of Fireteam Odin? Anyone else want to keep the big, giant, fucking evil thing?
Let's go. Doc, that's a bad idea.
Objection.
Why would you even think of doing that?
Does Doc record conversations he has with Valor?
You tell me.
Would he have like a backup of communications? I'm assuming he would probably keep a sort of record of communications.
Probably keep a record of communications. He'd probably even transcribe them and have like you're a computer. Like it would be like recording this. Like, so yeah, I can imagine.
He wants to flash up in the call the conversation that he had with Vala, where she said that the Aeons have a point, and play it for the others to hear.
Roll system. It plays.
Okay. So we all now know that Val has gone off the rails.
And strangely enough, as you watch this playback, Vala isn't like in his helmet or anything. There's like like what looks to be some sort of projection next to like almost like leaning up against the thing where he's got his rifle. There's like a manifestation of her
Next to
next to Doc. Like as you're re-recording this, like replaying this, you didn't notice it before, but she was actually there.
Okay.
So now we all...
I'm gonna draw my gun on Ben.
Okay. Should we end the episode there then?
Yeah. As Zero like draws his gun on Ben, sees Valar like talking about the fact that like the Aeons have a point. Maybe the humans just need shepherding. The Terrans just need shepherding. And then you guys are left in this like 24-esque like well that's not 24. What's the one where it like makes that noise every time it comes back in? Is that NCR?
Law and Order.
That's NCR, yeah.
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching episode 8. Those who came before episode 8.
Oh,
As with our 2-part finale starts next week with episode 9, Vendetta.
Will it be 6 hours long?
If you want it to be.
Right, so let's do sign-offs then. Thank you everyone for watching another wonderful episode of the MechaHack Desperate Alliance, run by the wonderful Addison of the Pot of Many Things. I'll let you do your shout-outs and plugs first for that excellent episode, Addison. Please, go ahead.
So, The Pot of Many Things is our roundtable chill out podcast where I talk about the tabletop RPG space and other nerdy things. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff, and any podcast service. I'm going to bulk upload a bunch of them tomorrow. As with work and baby and everything on the way, I am busy, so hopefully that will come back. But yeah, check us out, The Pot of Many Things. And yeah, Thanks for having me, Ben. I appreciate it.
No problem, my dude. It's always a pleasure. We will jump down now. Below me, the second man, myth, and legend on this show, Jordan from the Uninformed RPG. Please give your shout-outs and everything, sir.
Thank you very much, Ben. As he says, I am Uninformed RPG on YouTube and on Twitter at Uninformed RPG. I do videos on YouTube where I share my tips and advice with newer players, and basically it's a newbie's guide to TBT RPGs. I've too long ago released the first 2 parts of my little mini series on Blades in the Dark, featuring our campaign wrap up from the last campaign, Red Herrings, and my system review. Shortly, I'll be releasing a video on my favourite mechanics from within that system, my 3 favourite mechanics, because it's quite a unique system. And yeah, like I say, if you're into more stuff like this, featuring my beautiful face, go check that out.
Excellent. We will now throw it down to the corner. The third man, myth, and legend, the wonderful Sir Nade. Please do your shout-outs and plugs, sir.
Are you ready for a fresh of breath air? Because I don't do anything with TTRPGs. I've got 2 shows. We've got one called Off Topic that we do every other week. Myself and Flickering Torch, down/up there. I don't know where you are on the stream. Where we shoot the shit about a random topic that you didn't know you wanted to have a discussion about. So far, we've done such curios as Long Furbies. We've done The Simpsons, Telling the Future. And more recently, we looked into one of Ben's I want to say favorite websites, like a spooky website that remains as a piece of history on the internet, which is quite
curio,
nice.
An internet curio.
Yeah, an internet curio. So that was cool. And in between those weeks, I get up to all kinds of different things, be it video games or honestly, it's a pick and mix. But at the moment, we're doing an asset jam. So we're basically every other week we're making 3D models to try and fill Tavern with objects and things. We're kind of on the boring part at the moment. We're just doing like tables, chairs, tankards, pipes, weapons. But I'm sure eventually we'll start making some interesting objects that feed into story. So yeah, you can find all that amazing content that you're obviously going to want to definitely tune into and be part of over on Cernade, twitch.tv/Cernade. That's where you'll find me, and sometimes Ben's lovely face there as well.
Excellent. Finally, no one said their Twitter. It's at Podomany, it's at Uninformed RPG, and it's at CernadeTTV. If you want to follow,
don't follow me. Don't do it. Honestly, you don't want to do that.
I mean, yeah, you get to see sweaty airsoft pics of me and you. You know.
Well, that should be the bio right there.
Sweaty airsoft pics.
Next week will be sweaty LARP pics. So
sweaty
you
LARP.
don't want to.
Sweaty market pics more than anything. It's not an actual LARP. We're just going to look around a market. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching another wonderful episode of the MechaHack Desperate Alliance here over on twitch.tv/The Flickering Torch at 7:30 British Summer Time. You can catch us here next week for the penultimate episode of the MechaHack Desperate Alliance, and then the week after that for obviously the finale. Then we're going to be taking a week hiatus before coming back with our next show, which is I'm not going to reveal yet. might reveal it next week.
I did not realise there was only a week between. That's awesome. I thought there was a bigger break.
We can have a bigger break if one is needed, but there's usually a week break.
I wasn't looking forward to not playing, because this is like a weekly thing now that I look forward to.
Yeah, no, we have a week break so I can sort out new stream overlays, etc., and then we're back into it with the next show. You can catch the VODs on here you can catch the VODs on YouTube a week later at youtube.com/theflickeringtorch. The newest VOD is just going to go out after this episode, and then you can wait a week to watch this one. You can also find me at The Flickering Torch on Twitter if you want to hear my attempts at dating, mostly. It goes on there, just pictures of my Twitter jokes. My Tinder jokes that crash and burn. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you next week, and as always, have just the best time. Say goodbye, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.
Have a nice time. Bye.